Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Brr. Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and they Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got a foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers, all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weazel.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Weazel News. We are your hosts, Sky Davis, Tiffany Tulips, and back with us this week in the studio, Dick Dastardly. How are we doing, guys?
Wonderful. I'm glad to be back in the studio finally.
Glad to have you back, Dick.
Yeah,
Yes.
It was awesome having you be out there, out in the county over the last week, and we appreciate you being out there.
Yeah, and I think next time we draw straws on who goes out to the county and sleeps in a tent,
I think that would be a great idea. I know Tiffany, you got some street angles this weekend as well.
There was a lot that went on, let me tell you.
I read some of your post to news reports and watched, and oh my lord.
Lots and lots of action on Saturday night, that is for sure.
Yes, I'm not even sure the LEOs had or the LEO and fire department had enough time to drink water and take a breath. It seemed like.
Yeah, I believe that's correct. I think they was running from one area of town to another area of town. Seems like the entire night.
It really did. It really did. Would you like to get us started, Tiffany, about what chaos ensued?
Absolutely. Well, it all started at Postal 206. There was a bank robbery. I believe there were 3 individuals involved. It led to a shooting that I believe got all the way down to Postal 73, where officers were able to arrest one. I believe one ended up being DOA, unfortunately. The other, I believe, fled at the time. But it also led back to that Postal 206 where there was a bomb threat.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
And I believe there were some LEO on scene who had to bring in a trailer, the bomb trailer, and they managed to thankfully blow up the bomb, I should say, inside the bank, thankfully, and no one was reported injured. So that's definitely good news there.
Wow. They're able to do a controlled detonation. That is wild.
It really is.
I heard something about maybe was it Sergeant Hernandez may have took a shot to his leg too during that pursuit from the bank.
Oh my goodness.
I heard I believe sources at the hospital have informed us that he had to go off duty for a doctor's orders and get some rest and heal up, so he might be out for a few days. Luckily, it was mostly a flesh wound. It didn't hit anything major arterial wise or muscle wise, but as he is, he was overly anxious about the loss of blood, so they had to make sure he was well taken care of.
Well, I'm glad that they got him transported in a timely manner, and he's doing all right.
Absolutely, most definitely on for that one.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Try not to use up absolutely too much. We're gonna get so many absolutely per show.
Oh, is there a limit?
Oh yeah,
There
there's a
may
limit.
be.
FCC gives a limit on that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know also earlier in the week it was announced that there were going to be some more LEOs available throughout the city, and we did see them over the weekend out and in their full glory and potential, and seeing who was out rocking with FTOs and their training officers. We're gonna have at with the LSPD we have 121, which is Officer Stacy Sykes. We have Officer 615, who's a deputy, Michael Frost. We're welcoming Officer 620, also a deputy, Andrew King, and we have 127, Jake Frampton with the LSPD, and 718, Mr. Clark is going to be doing both fire and LEO, so props to him, and welcome to all the new officers in the city, and good luck with the rest of your field training and trainings in general.
Most definitely. Actually, I think there's one little minor change. I think 718 is going to be LSPD, and it's going to be a Michael Scott subject, not a Mr. Clark.
Okay. Sorry, I had the wrong info. I must have misnamed my information here. See, this is why I have you here, Dick. You give me I write down the make believe information, and you give it to me straight.
Well, that's why we also hired on Tiffany to keep us both straight, because we all the time, tripping up on our words and all kinds of other things. So
I mean, some people. Did you hear that some people call us fake news? Can you believe that?
I heard there was a news crew out a couple weeks ago trying to dump our scenes and everything else. But Weazel News is the top rated news station here in the city and the county. So stick with us for the real news.
Yes,
that is true.
Indeed. Let's see. I'm earlier in the week we had a lot of different events take place. And trying to remember what all went on. I know that we had
on a beach patrol.
We had a lifeguard patrol. A lot of cars, a lot of vehicles, a lot of fleeing that evening. I did hear there was an abandoned car found in the parking lot of the pier, and it might have connections with a prior scene that went on. I know a few weeks ago we had mentioned that Sergeant Sharp got T-boned by a green vehicle, and from what I hear from the Captain Rico out there, they think they may have found the green car that hit her, and they are now looking for the owner of the car.
Oh wow! That's a hit and run on an officer.
Yeah.
That carries some serious time, I believe.
It does carry, and I did ask him if there was a name that he would like us to share, and he did give me the go ahead. So they are looking for a Will Stubblefield. If you do know of that person or make any contact with them, please let local law enforcement know at your earliest convenience. That way they can find him and hopefully figure out what had happened, whether he was a driver or somebody else had, it wasn't reported as stolen, so they don't think it got stolen, but they are looking for answers.
Yes, definitely some questionable things going on out there.
Very true.
Yes, indeed. I know on that same evening there was a boat accident or water rescue that needed to happen. Did either of you get any more information on that?
I know there was some scuba divers that had to be rescued from far out on the north side of the pier out there. Apparently, they went scuba diving, and their boat may have floated away. I think they forgot to anchor the boat, and it was overly eager to jump into the water. And luckily, they had left a message with some loved ones and told the loved ones if they didn't return by a certain time, this was going to be the location they was going to be in, scuba diving and all. But they don't return by a certain time to call the law enforcement, lifeguard, coast guard, or somebody, let them know where it was at and that they hadn't returned home yet. And luckily, that was what had happened. A loved one had managed to make contact with those in the know that know how to get them saved and to the shore. And two subjects were brought in. One was treated on scene and released. A second one was denied treatment. But the first one had a low O2 level. He was just tired from treading water for so many hours.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I do know there was also a jet ski that had crashed into the yacht too at close to the end of the shift, and apparently the jet ski had caught fire while it was on the yacht and threatened to catch the yacht on fire.
Oh goodness, maybe that's what I heard. Because I know I heard about a big water rescue. They had to get out the fire boats and everything else. Wow.
Yeah, I believe one subject had neck and back injuries, and he may have been transported to Ocean's Hospital up there to get further observation.
Well, I'm glad that they were transported. That's some scary stuff. I mean, especially dealing with neck, back, and head injuries, especially.
Yes, because he was starting to go in and out of consciousness, and I believe he may have had a concussion too. So that was enough reason to get him loaded up and get him out of there quickly to someone who could provide further care for him.
Goodness. Well, we're glad that he was transported safely and well. And I know last night, as you said, Tiffany, there was a lot of action. A lot happened on Grove Street last night from the scanner of what I saw. There was a drive-by shooting and a case that ended in the cul-de-sac of Grove Street, all within like a 10-minute time span.
That is true.
Yeah, and I know, unfortunately, the LEO, the commissioner did give me a statement and exclaimed to me that there was a bystander hit by crossfire, but luckily they are doing okay at the hospital. They were hit in their adonka, and they received some medical treatment, but hopefully they are doing okay. We do wish them well. And on top of that, I know that we did have multiple deceased suspects throughout the evening, with a total of 4 transferred over to the coroner's office. So we do send our sympathy and grieving, that's not the word that I wanted to say.
Our condolences.
There we go. There we go. Our grieving. Our condolences to those families. Speaking of coroner, did you hear that there was a new one in town?
That's what I had
I heard we got a lady coroner now. That's something new and different.
Yeah, I did do my research a little bit. Have not had time to talk and say hello, but I was reading their welcome report, and it is a Dr. Beatrice Daniels, who is actually the younger sister of Dr. Daniels, who used to be the coroner and has now moved on to being a full-time pathology professor in Vice City. So we congratulate him and wish him well. And we're excited to see what his younger sister, Dr. Beatrice Daniels, brings to the table for the city. Well, I guess brings to the freezers. I guess, I don't know.
Well, you could say table. You know, there are some cold slabs in there.
There are.
That is true.
But she's gotten quite the busy start. I mean, between the other evening and another night, that she has done a total of seven coroner reports in like a week. It's unfortunate.
I just couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I mean all those autopsies, all the autopsies, all the autopsies and you know, reports and family notifications. I mean, my heart goes out to the officers who have to, you know, tell these families almost on a daily and weekly basis that they're that a family member has passed.
Yeah, that would definitely be a rough job.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Which is why we are grateful to work for Weazel News. So thank you for keeping us in business, ladies and gentlemen. Your viewership is very much appreciated. Let's see. Weather. We had some crazy rainstorms last night within the city. We hope that they kind of can hold off for the rest of the week, but we'll see. There is a system moving across the north end of Cayo, but it isn't expected to affect the south. So hopefully it bypasses San Andreas completely, but we will keep eyes on that system and what path it takes. Let's
Hopefully
see.
we all stay safe and dry.
Yes, indeed.
I'm running out of bubble wrap to protect the camera.
Oh no!
I know.
We'll have to
pick
order
up another
some more. we'll have to get some more of that. But let's see, music. Have we been listening to any music lately, guys?
What you been listening to? I went first last week. This is your week to spill your guts on your music.
I've been listening to a lot of country music. I've really been getting into some country music lately.
That is awesome.
Any certain artists?
I
know I'm always listening for new artists to listen to.
Well, I kind of went on what is it, like Spotify, and looked up like a country playlist, and there's all different kinds of songs that have been playing on there. So, but I'll definitely send you that link if you want there, Dick.
Oh, I always take those links for those new musics.
All right.
Absolutely. I've been listening to a lot of cover art, acoustic cover artists lately. There's one by the name of Jeremy Johnson, I think, and he's over on the BoomTube. He randomly came across my my timeline the other day, and I started listening to his music, and he is quite talented. His range is insane. So I've been listening to quite a few cover artists and acoustic artists and things like that. But I love that, you know, original music and music that, you know, people reinvent and make their own. I love music and how it's so, you know, easy to make something, you know, out of another type of music and just make it your own.
That is very true.
I enjoy that. You know, they take country songs and give them a rock flair, and they'll take rap songs and give them country songs sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, that is awesome. I love when they can reinvent something. I mean, like Booty Rocks did it with her rap country single that she got. I forget the name of it. But it was something booty country or something like that.
Did she record a music video for it down there by the Vanilla Unicorn a while back?
She did, and she got kicked out in the parking lot by Sheriff Dink.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, those law enforcement officers wouldn't take very kindly to that, what I understand.
They didn't. But you know what? You know what I kind of find funny is that Sheriff Dake got her in East Los Santos too, or no, South Los Santos. South Los Santos. So he drives all over the state to get these booty log defense. That sounded weird. I had something that I was gonna say, but all these bootylicious criminals.
All these booty visits sounds like he's about to say.
Oh Lord!
I wasn't even gonna try to guess.
You know what? I wonder because Dink is still away and recovering. I wonder if he gets any visits from past past people that he's corrected, I guess we should say, and I mean we do hope that Dink is doing well, but I wonder if he's had any visitors since he's been recuperating.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure most of the police force have at least come
Yeah.
by and visited,
Yeah.
brought him
Yeah.
things to snack on. He loves his donuts and coffee.
Oh yeah, totally. I wonder if Susie Rocks or anybody is giving him a stop by. I mean, I can only imagine.
He's not married. He's married to the law, so he
Yes.
declines all women.
He is. Let's see. We kind of went over our people of the week being our new cadets in law enforcement. We do welcome them along with some new tow drivers that we are going to have. Blade being one. And I know a few others are getting their tow licenses, I guess we can say, and we congratulate them, and all that's happened there.
Yes, there's a lot of activity going on the server. People applying for jobs. People's been moving around within the jobs in the city. A lot of promotions going on. I believe there was a recent promotion of a lieutenant to a sergeant.
Isn't that
I think it was
backwards?
a sergeant to a lieutenant.
Was it sergeant to a lieutenant? Okay. I apologize. A sergeant to a lieutenant.
Being downgraded.
Well, that's the reason I do Weazel News and I don't do law enforcement. There we
Right,
go. So
right.
we can blame that.
Yes, indeed. I believe it was Lieutenant Sharp got promoted there, so we do congratulate her. And I don't think she's even broken the news, so we may be the first people to have announced that.
You hear it here on Weazel News
Yes,
first.
you heard it here on Weazel News first. Sharp, if you're watching and you didn't want us to spill the beans yet, I'm sorry, Sharp. You can blame me. But yes, congratulations to Lieutenant Sharp. That sounds very odd to say. Lieutenant Sharp, because Sergeant Sharp just kind of runs off the tongue, but Lieutenant Sharp, we do congratulate her on her advancements within the state troopers.
Definitely.
It kind of adds like a little pierce when you say Lieutenant Sharp. It kind of sends a little fear
Yeah.
through the criminals' heads, hopefully.
Send something, yeah. I mean,
It is true. I mean, she can be quite intimidating sometimes.
it depends on if you get on her bad side or not.
That is true. Hmm.
If you get on the wrong end of the bad bitch shampoo, it might, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard about those wood shampoos.
Yeah, she might have to start doing them because with Dink being MIA, there's not much wood shampoos happening right now.
He seems like the right person to do it.
Indeed. Yes. Let's see, what else? We've had some new vehicles come into the server, and some surprises, for the law enforcement. During the beach stream, there were some new ATV type vehicles for law enforcement, and then, Dick, do you have any information on the new the lifeguard fire department? I know they got a few
Uh,
beach things.
yeah, they've actually had it for quite a while
Okay,
there,
okay.
Sky. Yeah, they've had, but this was past Tuesday was
Yeah.
the first time they were actually brought out and put into service. They picked up a 20, I believe it's a 2018 Tahoe, a 2019 F-150, and a new 2022 is a Jeep Rubicon. It was one of those Jeep truck things, four-door Jeeps. I'm not really sure
Wow.
what they are, but it's a
Awesome.
nice Jeep.
That is awesome. That is
Yes, and then
fantastic.
they got the water rescue unit with the fire department that was on loan from the fire department itself. It had all the boats and the canoes, and
Wow.
all the other little odds and ends that was there.
That's fantastic.
All the new
There's all
bells and
kinds of new
whistles.
things. All the pretty bells and whistles.
That is fantastic. And I got some news earlier in the day that there may be another coffee shop coming into Los Santos to battle it out with the bean machine. But they are kind of keeping it a little bit under wraps. They're trying to see if city plans and if business models are going to align with one another, and if the state can have enough I guess square footage or the what do I want to say, the correct mapping out for the space to make sure that it is within all legal and city limits. But there may or may not be a coffee shop gonna be across the street from the center station and the police force, so everybody can get their morning coffee and morning sandwiches. But a little birdie told me that, so we're not sure what to expect yet. But we might be getting something new to report on here soon. So a little bit of a nice little I guess a to be discussed, to be announced little sneak peek there.
Oh, look at there, Sky with some breaking news her own self.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I know. I got here late today, so I didn't even get a chance to tell you guys about it. I know we'll see what happens. Like I said, the city has to do some different measurements and see what kind of happens. But it's
Okay.
Indeed.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, indeed. Let's see, do we have anything else that we want to report on?
I think that's about it. We're wrapping up the month of February already. We're about to head straight along
That is
to
insane.
I really
March
don't know.
and the spring rains.
Yeah, I really don't know. Next week when we broadcast, I'll be turning an unknown age, or I guess I'll be turning 125. I know it's I know my age is really
You're
showing.
a day past 100.
Thank you.
I was gonna say she only
I-
looked 100 to me.
I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. It's the new cleanser I've been using. I've been using a new low J cleanser, and it's really been working. So if any of you wanna look a day in between 80 and 100, just use that low J cleanser, and it might help you out.
Sounds good. I think you do a lot of moisturizing of your skin too.
Yeah.
Might have to pick me up a bottle when I go and get a raincoat from Ponsby's.
That's a good
We
start.
got raincoats back there in the closet there.
Oh, do we?
Tiffany, I don't know why you didn't grab one.
Yeah, I probably should have. Like I said, I was using bubble wrap to protect the camera. I was like, I don't care if I get soaked, but
Oh,
I just want to
boy.
make sure the equipment gets, isn't damaged.
Well, we do appreciate that, Tiffany. Yeah, we'll leave that to we'll say that was Dick's fault because Dick, I told you to talk to her about all the apparel, and you never did apparently.
Yeah, I forgot to call an office up there. You know, just call me a bad principal.
He was up
forgot
in
to inform the
Toledo,
morning.
so I mean, I guess
Yeah.
we can cut him some slack.
We can. I mean, maybe a little
Maybe,
bit.
yeah.
Maybe a
Gotta
little
make
bit.
sure she gets her news badge too next time for
Yes.
her screen. That way, you know, law enforcement may or may not give her issues, but you know, that news pass gets you to a lot of sensitive areas.
Yeah.
That is true.
Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, I think that is all of the information that we have for this evening. We have enjoyed hanging out with you all. As always, we are live from the Kuffs FiveM gaming server. All the information is on the right hand of your screen. The server is 16+. You do have to apply and get interviewed to be whitelisted, but it is a great server, so come and hang out with us. Be a civilian. All the information, like I said, is on the side of your screen or in the description below. We will be live next week, normal time, Sunday, 8:15. Come hang out with us, and we'd love to see you here and chat with us. But like we said, that'll do it for us. My name is Sky Davis. Let's see how many times I can say, well, that's gonna do it.
I get 2 more times.
Indeed. But my name is Sky Davis. This is Tiffany Tulips and Big Dashman coming at you from Weazel News Channel 13. We appreciate you being here, and have a great night, everybody. And we will see you on the next newscast. Good night.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on their P's and their Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on their P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got a foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard.